まさかタンタンどうしたんだ。そしてアルティメットの森が追ってきた。プレーボーイのモデルブランチョサラジンプレイメイトサラジンアルティメット森脱落残念森。そしてプレイメイトサラジン男の視線を釘付けにプレイメイトサラジンノット。そしてアームレスラー朝日も脱落プレイメイトサラジン登ってきました。くのいちアメリカ代表サラジンプレイメイトがなんとくのいちを制した。
Sarah Jean looked incredible as she flew through the difficult course. Her only misstep came on the swing jump when she worked up too much momentum. However, the playmate cleverly held onto the rope long enough to direct her fall down onto the raft. An impressive move by a knockout competitor. The final leg was no problem, and as she reached the victory flag, this beauty proved she has both brains and brawn.
It was hard. I thought for sure I was never going to make it past that swing, but somehow I did.
4人の挑戦者が姿を現しました。まずはアイドルフットサルチームガッタスに所属しています是永美希。今年もファイナルなるか。第5回くのいちファイナリスト小宮理恵。
Competing in her 6th Women of Ninja Warrior tournament is former finalist Rai Komiya. Rai is an experienced challenger, and she's one of the few athletes to have reached Women of Ninja Warrior's punishing final stage. Earlier this year, Rai proved her strength by battling alongside the men in the main Ninja Warrior tournament. Now this seasoned pro is back for her shot at redemption.
Ready?
第5回のファイナリスト小宮はどんなファーストステージを見せるのか。その小宮先頭だ。丸太橋も難なくクリアしていきました。3人が並んでいる。遅れているのはクレーンオペレーターの岡田。さあ第5回くのいちのファイナリスト小宮残った。やはり順調にこの辺りを突破しています。鉄条網まで行きました。鉄条網そして追っていった福島。落ちた。これが落ちた。これらが落ちて岡田が追っている。さあ2人の一騎打ち。さあ小宮理恵第5回くのいちのファイナリストはやはり軽々とブランチョまで行きました。追ってそして元自衛官アイドルの福島も頑張っています。さあ小宮理恵第5回のファイナリスト。これは順調だ。第5回のファイナリスト小宮順調。あと自衛官アイドルをしたブランチョで落ちました。元自衛官アイドル。さあ小宮理恵は今年もリニューアルされたくのいちでも力を見せる第5回くのいちファイナリスト小宮理恵。まずはファーストステージクリアしました。
Rai Komiya never missed a step. The former finalist soared through the obstacles with ease. Her dismount off the swing jump was picture perfect. Looking like the experienced veteran she is, Rai cleared stage 1 with over 45 seconds still on the clock. Coming up on Women of Ninja Warrior, the first stage may have ended in watery defeat for some, but that doesn't mean they're out of the running. The new second chance round is next. Who can sprint to the second stage? And who will spin out of the race for good? Welcome back to Women of Ninja Warrior, where we just concluded the brutal first stage. 100 top athletes faced the redesigned course, but only 26 were able to survive. But not all hope is lost. The Women of Ninja Warrior tournament has introduced a new second chance round. This new challenge brings back members of foursomes that were all defeated by the brutal first stage and gives them another shot to battle for stage 2. Challengers must spin for 20 seconds on a giant turntable and then race across a bridge only 20 inches wide and grab a red victory flag. Only one out of each foursome can earn a spot in the second stage.
まずは芸人伊藤麻子。続いてはベンチプレス日本チャンピオン岩崎明子。そしてブルーサイドアルゼンチン単語講師鎌田夏樹。そしてグラビアアイドル橋本まなみ。 さあ生き残るのは誰か。
やだこれやだって。
伊藤麻子は笑顔が見られます。20秒間のスタートした伊藤麻子、そしてグラビアアイドルの橋本はどうか。声が聞こえるのはレッドサイドだ。さあかなりの回転でぐるぐると回った。止まった。スタート。さあどこへ行ったアルゼンチン単語川田夏樹、早くも取った。まずはレッドサイド、芸人江戸晴美。レーサーとギャルモデルの二足のわらじ、三半規管は強そうだ。鹿児島美香、マジシャン西ゆかり、そしてメガネアイドル時藤亜美です。それぞれの表情をしている。スタンバイしました。まさにくのいちメリーゴーランド。その回転が始まりました。江戸晴美はどうか、時藤亜美はどうか。タレントアイドルがレッドサイド、そしてブルーサイドで回った後スタートを切る。さあ立ち上がったのは時藤亜美、そしてマジシャンの西、そして反対側からは鹿児島、レーサー鹿児島。さあスピード上げてきた。レーサーの鹿児島美香が取ったか。どうだ、どっちだ。
Pro racer Mika Kagoshima saw victory and started to sprint, but magician Yukari Nishi matched her stride for stride. Both women dove for the flag, but Kagoshima came out victorious. The pro racer has sped into stage 2. Coming up, more fallen competitors get their second chance. Who will have the balance of a champion, and who will spin straight out of the running? Welcome back to Women of Ninja Warrior. It's time to check out today's Ninja Killer. The redesigned first stage has no shortage of brutal pitfalls, but the new hanging logs easily chop top competitors down to size. The slightest misstep is all it takes to end the race face down in the drink. Formerly defeated foursomes are getting another shot at stage 2 in the new second chance round. We just watched as dancer Natsuki Kamada and pro racer Mika Kagoshima grab the red victory flags to make it to the second stage. They will be joined by 5 other athletes who earned their second chance and will advance. Who else will have the agility to move on to stage 2?
まずはレッドサイド、大阪府寝屋川市市議会議員吉羽美香。そして阿波踊り一筋20年山中智子。メッセンジャー脇田陽子。元モームス大川誠。4人の挑戦者が揃いました。元モームスの小川はどうか。しっかりとしがみついた小川。ほとんどの選手が掴む中で小川はしがみついています。元モームスの小川はしがみついている。これがどう出るか。敗者復活。レッドサイドはかなり振られている。20秒間の回転、それが終わった。スタート。元モームス小川がいった。元モームスがこの黒位置でセカンド。さあ阿波踊りはダメ。さあ小川来た。元モームス小川誠セカンドステージ進出。
先に行けと先に通路を塞げと。
Next up on the second chance round is Asami Nagano, wife of Grand Champion Makoto Nagano. Can she beat out Olympian Viorica Susanu to earn a spot in the second stage?
ブルーサイドは身長差がある。さあぐるぐる回った。おっとスサルはかなり迫力のこの回転になっている。20秒間の回転を経て、さあ旗をつかむのはアイドルかメダリストか。 奥さんかチアリーダーかスタート。さあどうだ。長野、そして土偶アイドル矢沢来た。しかし長野あさみ、長野誠の奥さん強し。
Makoto Nagano's wife Asami was able to quickly regain her balance. With her husband watching, she dove for the flag and earned her spot in stage 2. With Asami Nagano's triumphant victory, we have reached the end of the first stage and the second chance round. 100 top athletes came determined to battle all the way to total victory. But in the end, only 35 women were able to clear stage 1. But the quest for glory is far from over, and these competitors must now face the brutal second stage. Will anyone have what it takes to become the next female ninja warrior? Stay with us for more brutal obstacles, more beautiful competitors, and more Women of Ninja Warrior.
Jam. Jam.
奴らが地球に狙いを定めた。
I need a weapon.
Halo 2
Xbox.
I'm Alice Cooper, and you're watching G4TV for Gamers.
Imagine waking up in a mysterious land, battling through hordes of vicious enemies. Imagine Final Fantasy now on Game Boy Advance. A whole new adventure is in your hands. Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, exclusive for Game Boy Advance.
It was me and my brother. We were playing like to see who was better. So we like stayed up all night until 3 o'clock to see who's better. Then my little nephew came, he disconnected everything. We started screaming like, God, no, we didn't even save the game. Then my nephew just went running to his mom, and I got mad because we spent all day. My God, no, you little bastard.
Advance.
デジモンレーシング開幕。デジモンたちがレースでバトルだ。進化必殺技、友達みんなでガンガン楽しめ。デジモンレーシング、行くぞ悪魔。
And Unscrewed at 11:30, only on G4TV. Next on G4TV, The Screensavers, followed by Cheat at 8 and Players at 8:30.
Tonight, we're going to show you how simple it's gotten to digitize your video. Plus, Yoshi showed you what not to do when painting your hardware. And find out what Einstein and Freud really thought of one another. From the G4 Tech TV studios in San Francisco, it's the Screensaver. Thanks for joining us on the Screensavers. Tonight we have a great show.
Yes, we do. We're going to talk to author Richard Panik about Einstein, Freud, and the invisible universe. Have you ever heard of the invisible universe?
Nope.
You're going to find out what it is today.
Very cool.
Plus, I'm going to show you a really cool tool for organizing your digital pictures. It's better than what you've been doing, and it's free.
Nice. And lab rat Robert Heron is here to show us the best methods for capturing video to your computer and the tools that you need to do it.
Very cool.
Pretty cool.
I'm into that.
And what are you up to today, Yosh?
We'll talk about painting today, what not to do, what to do. To give some little tips that'll help you out in all your mods.
What kind of painting?
Specifically UV painting.
Oh.
Black light.
He was doing the finger painting earlier. He made like one of those little macaroni things.
And he knows what not to do when finger painting as well.
I got the finger painting bottle here. I can just spray it on.
Nice. Finger painting with Yoshi.
Fun with painting.
Yes.
It's his new book.
Now, he does have some cool stuff, though. He's taking graphics cards and painting the actual card. It's crazy.
I don't know how he does it. I really don't.
Crazy stuff. And Dan.
Yo, what's up?
What up, Dan?
I'm taking your phone calls. No, I'm not. Actually, Ryan is, our helpful intern here. There he is. I'm just a pretty face on the TV. But anyways,
oh, look at him hamming it up.
Dan.
What can I say? Hey, give me a call. The phone number is 888-989-7879. And don't forget, you can also email us at our brand new web form. It's g4techtv.com/asktss. There you go. Back to you guys.
I love that Dan just delegates his work. He used to be the guy in charge of phones.
Poor Dan, you know, he works so hard.
It's Ryan in the background there.
Ryan.
Dan's not doing anything.
Look at Ryan. Ryan wants to kill himself with a phone, and Dan's in there.
Dan's like, ooh, look at me. I think I need a little more powder. Anyway.
Instead of the news today, we wanted to talk to you about the changes that are coming to the Screensavers.
Quite a few changes.
6 years here in San Francisco, but it is time we are making the move down to L.A.
Down to L.A., the city of angels.
That's right.
Los Angeles.
All kinds of new stuff coming up. Brand new set.
Brand new set.
I've seen some of the mock-ups. It looks really cool. We're really excited about that.
Different, new, edgier, funkier.
One of the things I like most about it, bigger. Yeah, there's going to be, rumor has it, up to 50 people in the audience.
Which is awesome because, as everyone knows, better audience means better show.
Yes, there's only like 4 out there right now. Actually, no.
Now we gotta
there's like 30 or so out there.
Give us all the hands.
All right. Also, you know, one thing that, in case people didn't catch the show, we've tried to get Patrick Norton to come with us, but he's getting married.
Patrick is getting married.
It's a big step for Pat.
To a wonderful lady.
Yes, to a woman, in fact. Just kidding, Pat. Pat's gonna kill me.
Actually, yeah, you're pretty much toast.
Yes,
We're gonna need 2 new co-hosts now.
Yeah, that's right. But we tried to get him to come, and he turned us down.
He's got some other cool, fun things. He's got a life to live.
I made him promise. He's gonna come down the show every once in a while and show us what he's up to. He's writing for some magazines now, so you're gonna see him in some of your favorite mags.
Well, I don't think anybody could pull off the kilt the way Patrick did,
yes.
So we got to have him do a little kilt appearance once in a while.
That's right. Now, also, we want to let you know that everybody else is coming down. Yoshi's coming, Dan's coming, the whole pretty much on-air crew.
You and I are coming. Heron's coming.
Robert Heron. I mean, we're all making our way down there.
Everybody's coming, and we will be looking for a new co-host, and it's going to be a good one, whoever meets our standards.
That's right. She has pretty high standards, too.
I have very high standards.
And the new Screensavers we're really excited about is going to debut on Tuesday, September 7th. So mark your calendars for that one.
We're all very excited, but that is not, it's not like we're going off the air until September 7th. We actually have lots of shows that we've been banking. As many of you know, on Tuesdays and Fridays you've been seeing reruns. That's because we've been shooting shows that will be new to you starting next week. So
yes,
we got lots of new stuff. It's all new, and some best of specials.
Yep.
All sorts of cool stuff coming up. And then September 7th is the new set and new fun. So
excellent.
We're all very excited. Moving on.
Let's start off with a phone call.
Let's start off with a phone call. Samuel joins us on the phone from Arvada, Colorado. Thanks for joining us, Samuel.
Hey, Samuel.
Did we say that right? Arvada?
It's Arvada.
Arvada.
I should be shot.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine. My question is, I was wondering, I'm like upgrading my video card, so I was wondering what would be the best to upgrade to, ATI or NVIDIA.
ATI or NVIDIA. What are you looking to do with your video card? Do you just want to play a little Tetris, do some word processing, or do you want to do some like extreme gaming?
screen gaming like Doom 3.
Okay. Now we've had these cards in the labs. We've shown them off here over the last few weeks. The 6800 from NVIDIA, and then the new X800 from ATI. Right. Have a couple of them here to show off. These aren't the actual. These are some of the latest. GeForce 4, little step down in one of the ATI 9800s. But you know who's been playing with the stuff more than anybody? Robert Heron, of course, is our lab guru. He's lucky. He's lucky because he has the time to sit down and play with all this stuff. We're making shows, and he gets to play with all the cool stuff in the lab.
They both seem good. Let's ask Robert.
What do you have to say, Robert? What are you liking right now?
ATI has my money right now, just for the fact that every time I buy a new game, I seem to have very few problems when I actually load up that game and play it on their hardware, especially demos, new games, and it seems with NVIDIA's hardware, I'm always looking for a patch or a driver update to really get the best performance.
Now, the 6800, though, is a great card. From what I've seen, the numbers have been excellent, though, right?
6800 is an awesome card, and it's really the first good step NVIDIA's made in quite a while, actually, and it actually competes very well with ATI's latest. So between those two, there's really not a bad choice there, but when it comes down to where I spend my money, I like it. I'm just an ATI fan. I like their hardware, I like the quality.
Good to know.
Was that huge in never mind, that was an NVIDIA party we went to. I was like, is that about 6800? Totally different company.
No, that was the NVIDIA, the launch party for the 6800 that we went to. But both good cards, like you said, though. ATI, it seems like everyone here on the set kind of likes the ATI. Dan's a big ATI fan. But the NVIDIAs are getting better and better, so find which one, you can save the most money on.
But the lab rats, it's good to listen to what they say, because that's all they do.
24/7. They're sitting there running benchmarks. Hopefully that'll help you out, and thanks for the call, Samuel.
Thanks, Samuel.
We're just getting started. What could Freud and Einstein possibly have in common? Find out later. After the break, Lab Rat Robert Heron is here to show us how easy it has become to digitize your video when the Screensavers continues.
If you have a TiVo, a VCR, a camcorder, a replay TV, any one of these devices, you're going to need a way to transfer your data over to your PC. Well, we asked our very own Robert Heron to check out the latest in video capturing devices. Welcome back to the show, Robert.
Thank you.
Glad to have you back. You're always bringing on the cool stuff on the show.
Try to.
So tell us, what are these devices and why would somebody need them?
This is essentially for capturing your analog video into your computer, like a VHS, like you mentioned, or a TiVo device, or basically you want to take that analog content, digitize it so you can move it onto other formats, or just play around with it.
I mean, that's a big thing nowadays. I mean, I have some old VHS tapes, and I don't even own a VCR anymore. And I'm sure people are getting rid of theirs, and it's like you want to have that on your hard drive so you never lose it.
That's exactly the reason I really took a good look at this for the last couple of years. I have a stack of VHS tapes I'm going to be going through this weekend and trying to digitize that and move it over to a DVD format or something else.
Nice. So tell us what we have here. What are these devices?
Certainly. Let's just start out with something a lot of people have been curious about. This is from Plex Store. This is called the ConvertX. And what this little thing is a USB-based hardware encoder.
Okay.
It'll encode to MPEG 1, 2, 4, and also DivX too, actually. And the nice thing is it's an external device, which means that you don't have to open the computer. You can just plug in a USB cable, power it up, plug your VCR or whatever source you want right into the front.
Okay, so the inputs are in the front here. This is what we're plugging in as far as our source. So you have S-video option, and then your standard video, and then left-right channel audio.
Composite, yeah, stereo RCA. Nice piece of hardware. Poor software. That was the one thing we ran into. And when it comes down to your video encoding, and the encoder is actually in hardware, but when it comes to the software that they bundled with it, we ran into problems where it literally would break every application within the system. Like your movie editing program suddenly would not work. Other capture devices, like when we plugged our DV camera in,
that's no good.
It wasn't detecting properly.
I think of Plexer, I think of solid devices, though. I mean, they make great burners. Everything I've seen come out of Plexer has always been decent.
Hardware-wise, they're an incredible company. They went to a third party for the software, in this case, InterVideo. And you know what? They've got 3 patches online right now for that particular bundle. I couldn't even download the third patch and get it to install properly. So I'm hoping maybe the third or fourth patch, until they update the software and get that fixed.
Okay.
It's a little tough to recommend that, as good as it is, and as easy to use as it is.
So tell me about this is the all-in-wonder now, right?
Another example, too.
We've seen this.
If you're comfortable opening your computer, or you have an all-in-wonder card already, this is a capture device. And you basically have dongles where you can plug in and do your analog input.
So for people that don't know what this is the actual, it's an ATI video card. Yeah. You don't need a separate video card or anything
like that. The 9600 Pro actually has a TV tuner built into it as well as an FM tuner, so you can do like TiVo for radio as well as TV.
Oh, nice.
And this is essentially your output dongle, where, because they didn't have enough room on the back plane, you have all these outputs for going to different displays or to whatever you want. But with software, you can then take this device and plug in, like you said, your VCR, any of your analog content, and work with it on your PC, get it into your PC.
How's the software for capturing all that?
The software they bundle actually is pretty straightforward. It's pretty good. It's when it comes down to editing, and if you have a favorite editing tool, that's probably what you want to stick with. That's the hardest thing. It's really finding the tools that you're comfortable with, that you like, and that work with all the devices you want to play with. Video editors are tough. Everyone has their own little picks and pans about what they want.
I was going to say, I normally capture all of my stuff using some kind of proprietary capture device, and then I bring it right into Premiere Pro to do all my editing. Do you find yourself doing the same thing, or did you find one here that has also good bundled editing software as well?
Actually, for these, the editors are all pretty... I pretty much use my own. It's like I have either... You can use either what's built into Windows or another favorite app of yours. I actually use the one built into Nero, the burning application. I have a video editor built in.
You scared me. I thought you were going to say use the one built into Windows.
It's there.
That's terrible.
No, it's there.
Is it good? That Movie Maker 2 or whatever it is?
It's okay. It's the output function. What you can output to in Movie Maker is pretty limited. So that isn't what I'm into. But when it comes down to probably my favorite piece of hardware is a device called the ADVC300 from Canopus. And what this is a hardware encoder that outputs to FireWire or DV. And the nice thing about DV, if you can output your analog content to that format,
that's really cool.
Is that DV as an input or as a capture format, it is supported by every editing app out there. Everything that can capture video, any piece of software you have on your computer, it should offer a DV capture edit. And this is to be the same as taking your VCR and making the signal the same as what you record on a digital video camera.
I was going to say, when people plug their camcorders in their computer, it shows up as a little FireWire device.
Yeah.
Is the same thing happen with that no matter what I plug into it?
Yeah.
So
this is pretty much hardware agnostic. As long as you do have a FireWire input, you can use it with Mac or
that's
PC
the way to go,
or Linux box. The other really, really cool thing, and why this is a $600 product compared to, say, $150 or $250, is the fact that it cleans up your video. It does analyzing, it does augmenting, it also enhances video, takes away noise, and it does it all in hardware before it even leaves through the DV cable.
That's awesome.
So you can either manually do it with controls provided on the device itself, or in the case of Windows, there's actually a little app where you can take over the control of the device.
How can you preview what it's doing to your video? Like, I don't want a device like this touching my video and changing the colors without me knowing what's going on.
Totally.
How do I know what's happening?
I was able to use the preview mode that is included with the application. It's just a little video window that pops up. You can resize it, and you can take a look at in real time as you're making changes before you even do a full capture of the video itself. Take a look at what's been happening. Maybe it's too dark, too light. You want to adjust the colors, play with the sound. You can do all of that in hardware before it even flies down the wire into your computer.
But there's a reason that's $600 though. I mean,
it's really the enhancement and the functions like that. There is no bundled software per se with this in terms of editing. That's totally up to you. You can use your Premiere, you can use your ULEAD or whatever you're comfortable with. But like we talked about, those applications all support DV capture, and that's really a good format to work with because it's so universally accepted with all the applications.
Now, tell me about, I've seen a lot of devices at your CompUSAs and your Best Buys that are like $99, just plug this into USB. We don't have any of them here today, but are those any good?
But like you've seen those USB cables that just have the composite, the yellow jack on the end, and that's essentially all it's doing is just providing a pathway to get that signal into the computer, and then all the encoding that's taking place is actually done on the CPU in software.
I see.
So it's not as efficient. You would need a stronger computer to get better results out of it, and you're depending on the software provided to give you the results you want, whereas you're talking with a company who makes a very hardware-intensive piece that you're capable of adjusting finely many parameters for getting the video just the way you want.
So your recommendations for mid-range and obviously high-end, you're going to go with this one here.
The DV cam you brought up is something I want to point out real quick. Many people who have a DV camera already can just plug in their analog source, be it VCR or whatever, directly into the camera, and the camera will perform the bridge function to spit that out in DV.
Excellent.
I'd start with, if you have a DV cam, start there first. See what the quality's like. You're not going to get any of the enhancement functions usually. You have to do that on the CPU side and the software, but it gives you a pathway to get your analog source into a DV format into your computer.
Excellent. All right. Well, thank you, Robert. Thanks for bringing all these on the show. That's Robert Heron, everyone. For more information on these devices, you can check out our show notes at thescreensavers.com. Now, still to come, get a closer look inside the minds of Einstein and Freud. But coming up next, we're going to give Raymond the rundown on having more than one operating system on his PC. That's all coming up when the Screensavers continues. That is Ray Vaughn, our audio guy. We love Ray. I miss Ray so much.
Unfortunate turn of events.
Yeah. Gotta love Ray.
Every
sound effects, music, everything. He's a great DJ, awesome guy.
You know which one I liked very most?
What's that?
The one where Leo says, "I'm not wearing underpants." I know that for sure.
I like the cat one. The cat with the yeah. He always throws that one in too. He's looking for him right now.
She's like,
come on, Ray. Let's hear it. He's like, Finding it, right?
He's like, it's only funny when you don't say anything about it.
You can't find it. You can't find it. All right.
You got some stuff to give away.
Yeah, we got some stuff to give away. Great audience day. Last day here in San Francisco.
Last
before we go down to LA.
day in the
Who
San
wants some
Francisco
stuff?
studio.
All right. Let's go get some stuff away.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I hate to throw these books. There we go. There's one for you here, and there we go.
Wow!
Big books come through the air. Okay. Don't want to kill anybody there. All right.
All right. That's
Got to give stuff away. I still have for after the show Morgan Webb's shoe this time. We got one left. One left.
Are you sure that's Morgan's shoe?
That is Morgan's right there. And
that's a lovely shoe.
We can sell that on eBay later if we like.
You know, I don't think that's her shoe.
I think that is her shoe. Who else's shoe is going to be? It was in her dressing room. I don't know.
You ready to take a call?
Yes, do it.
Put on my thinking cap. Raymond joins us on the phone from Fort Worth, Texas. Hello, Raymond.
Hey,
Thanks
Raymond.
for joining us.
Kevin and Sarah, how are you doing?
What's up?
Very well.
Okay, I'm currently running Windows XP Professional, and I want to install Windows 2000 Professional and Linux on the same PC.
Okay.
And I have two separate hard drives right now, and I went in and I've already set partitions where I'd like to put them. So I want to know what order would I need to put them in order for for the bootloader and everything to work correctly.
Okay, so you have Windows XP already installed.
Right.
And then you're going to go ahead and install 2000, right?
Right.
Okay.
And Linux.
And Linux. Okay. Now, I've never done it in that order. It's a little tricky, but it should work just fine because 2000 and XP are both based on the NTFS file system.
Okay.
So it should be able to put the bootloader in there, and then Microsoft will have a little bootloader saying which would you like to choose from. It'll give you two options once you install the 2000 after XP. Now, after that, Linux is the last one that you're going to want to put on there. Because when you install Linux, it's going to put its own little bootloader on there, replace everything else, and then give you a choice. You can either boot into Linux or you can boot into Windows.
Now, what happens if you do Linux first? You're just going to get screwed up?
Well, the Windows Boot Manager is not going to know how to handle Linux. That's the thing. Linux understands Windows. Windows doesn't understand Linux.
All right. So get Windows installed, get it happy.
Yes. Get both copies of Windows already installed.
Just saw a picture of myself.
And then
feel a little ridiculous all of a sudden, but go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead and get Windows installed, and then put Linux on there. And which version of Linux are you using? Just out of curiosity.
SUSE 9. The latest one, 9.1.
Oh, nice. Cool. So you can put that on there. It'll give you a nice little bootloader. I can't remember which bootloader they use, but it'll detect that just fine. And then it's as easy as that. You just choose which one you want to boot to in a little boot menu, and you're good to go. Thanks for the call, Raymond.
Thanks, Raymond.
Now, the screensavers in our spicy sister show, The Unscrewed, are moving to Los Angeles, and we want you to be a part of our live studio audience. September 7th is our first show in our new studios on our brand new set. Now, to come see the show in person, here's what you got to do. You go to thescreensavers.com, click on tickets right down here on this show nav section, and once that page populates, you're going to see request studio audience tickets over here, and you just fill in all the forms, etc., etc. And to see Unscrewed, go to their area of the site. Same idea. Click on tickets, blah, blah, blah. Brand new sets, brand new shows. Be a part of the magic. Now, don't go anywhere. Yoshi's got a modding tip for making your hardware glow. And after the break, Richard Panik here to tell the tale of Einstein, Freud, and the search for the hidden universes. Woo! When the screensavers comes back.
We have reached mayhem here at York Street Studios. Welcome back to the Screensavers. I'm Sarah Lane. Coming up in this half hour, see what you're going to need to make your hardware glow in the dark. And I'm going to show you a cool program, very cool, for organizing your digital photo collection. But first, I recently got a chance to talk to author Richard Panik. Now, his journalism has appeared in the New York Times, Chicago Tribune, and his short fiction has won a PEN Award and been broadcast on National Public Radio. He's done a lot. His next book, it's about something very interesting. Albert Einstein and Sigmund Freud, both pioneers in their respective fields of science. Did they ever meet? And if so, how did their research coincide? Let's take a look. Einstein and Freud are two of the most influential scientists in history. Although they were in different fields, there are many similarities in their journeys, and many may wonder if the two ever did meet. Joining us with some answers is the author of a new book, The Invisible Century, Einstein, Freud, and the Search for the Hidden Universe. Richard Panik, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thanks so much for being here.
Yeah, my pleasure.
So, one of the main concepts in this book is that although Sigmund Freud and Albert Einstein, one did physics, one is more psychoanalysis, they're both working with invisible theories.
That's
Tell
right.
us a little about that.
Okay, well, at their time, science was thought of as being how can we get closer and closer, more, how can we get more and more information by looking at what's actually there. And at a certain point, by the time that they were around, people were saying, we're running out of information. What are we going to do? And these two people really made a leap into the invisible. They had to assume that there were things there that we couldn't see. And through that, they created these two new sciences, psychoanalysis and cosmology.
Cosmology for Einstein, psychoanalysis for Freud.
Right. That's right.
What are the short explanations of what those things are? Because those were new. They didn't exist before these two men.
Right. Well, I think that what they both did, even though they did it each in their individual ways, was on the psychoanalytic side, it showed us that we as individuals have stories, and these stories come from our childhood and continue to influence us in our adulthood. In the same way, cosmology, which is a theory or a study of the history of the universe, shows that the universe has a story that is the Big Bang through our period, through the end, or maybe not. We don't know.
They're not necessarily tangible things at all.
Right, exactly. Exactly. But these are things that I can't really say that we take it on faith, because that sounds like religion, but to a certain extent it's taking it on faith and saying that these things must be out there because we have evidence. We have the evidence of the, in the old days you would think of cause and effect. Well, now they're saying here are the effects, so there must be causes.
So that's what they were doing differently in research?
Yes.
Is that it was almost like they were going backwards?
Yes, in a certain way. And in fact, one of Einstein's major contributions to science in the 20th century was to say that we shouldn't be doing science the way that we thought it was by looking at these things very closely and then eventually building up to a theory, but we should have a theory first and then figure out what these
and
things...
then prove it.
Yeah.
Sort of like backward math.
Right, right. And then he also said, but that's actually what we've been doing all along. That's what Newton did with the apple falling and so on. So he said, this is what we've been doing all along, but we've convinced ourselves that we're not. And in effect, he gave us permission to do that.
And one of the most interesting things I found in the book was that Sigmund Freud is actually quite a bit older than Albert Einstein. And a lot of people think Einstein, he was the father of all science. Right. He did everything first. I guess Freud was actually testing these new theories first.
Right. He was testing them in the 1880s, 1890s, which is really when Einstein was still a young boy, and Einstein wouldn't have his breakthroughs until 1905. But even though there was this difference in their ages, they were actually working. Their formative decades were actually like 1895 to 1905. So they wound up pretty much at the same part, even though they were born about 23 years apart. Yeah.
Did the two ever meet and collaborate?
They met over the winter holidays in 1927. They spent 2 hours together at the home of Freud's son in Berlin. They happened to be in the same city at the same time. So these two great men at that time, they were the great men of science in the world. And they met for 2 hours. And afterwards, Einstein wrote to somebody who asked if he should be psychoanalyzed. He said, no, I would prefer to remain in the darkness of not being analyzed. And Freud immediately wrote to a friend after the meeting and said, Einstein understands as much about psychology as I do about physics, so we had a very pleasant evening.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. So, it was more, they were buds.
Right.
The book is called Invisible Century, Einstein, Freud, and the Search for the Hidden Universe. Richard Panik, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I took Psychology 101, I think that's what it was called in junior college, and Freud is a weirdo. Anyway, it was very cool stuff. What do you have for us, Dan?
Stay where you are. We're going to tell you how our next caller, how to publish photos on the web with a cell phone. But coming up right after this, blacklight painting isn't just for hippies. It can give your mod that extra little pimpin' touch that is sure to impress. It's all coming up when the screensavers comes back.
Modify just about anything and everything. You're always modding stuff.
Yes,
Sometimes he does things that we consider to be somewhat questionable, like the nude finger painting. That's a little weird.
But taking back to childhood.
Back to childhood. Anyway, but this is different. This is something painting PC components, PC hardware.
Yeah, why not? We paint the case.
Yeah,
why not paint the components?
You're going to ruin stuff, Yoshi. What are you doing
if you're careful. There's things you can do. You just got to be careful about it. Basically, there's a few different kinds of paints. First, we're going to talk about the kind of paint you're going to use.
Okay.
This I have not tested. This is just a random spray paint can. But basically, if you're going to paint something, you need to get a multimeter, and you're going to have to do a little test piece on something else to make sure it's not conductive. Make sure there's no leads in the paint. Make sure, usually like an acrylic paint is the safest, but you want to make sure it's not conductive, because otherwise you spray it over your video card or your soundboard. It's going to complete
traces and
So you're talking to spray it on a sheet of cardboard, then touch two ends, make sure it doesn't make the link between them?
Yeah, I'll actually test it when the paint's still wet and when it's dried, even though it's really more important when it's dried. But you just want to make sure you do that test to make sure you're not going to just destroy it, because otherwise you're just doing it to make a piece of art.
So let's say you have some paint that you found now that doesn't have any lead in it, doesn't have any type of metal traces or of any type, and it's not conductive. Can you just start spraying on your video cards?
Well, there's a couple of things you're going to want to do. First of all, you're going to want to remove any of the little pieces that you don't want painted, so the little brackets, the little screws, that kind of stuff, and then mask off the PCI slot or the AGP slot, all the little connectors and the pins and your connectors on the back panel, so those don't get covered in paint. Because otherwise you go to plug something in, it thinks it's not plugged in, and you've just made a paperweight again.
Yeah, and you might damage your motherboard too if you paint this slot and you plug paint into the slot.
Oh yeah, you gotta be, especially with the motherboard, you got to be real careful, because that's the brains of your box there. So.
Okay, so after you have all the masking done, then now do we take
the gun? Well, there's a few things you can do. I like the black. If you're going to do anything with UV, if you paint it like flat black, it just pops out at you.
Right.
And this goes with the case. You can paint the inside of your case flat black and have the UV reactive cables in there, and they'll just kind of pop out a little bit more. If we see kind of what it looks like with the black with the lights here, you'll notice it really pops out.
That's pretty
whereas
cool.
away it's like black. So like when your case is off, it'll look completely pitch black in there, and then boom, you got.
That's pretty cool, actually. I like that.
And then this one over here is not painted flat black, but you have all the little traces and stuff. There's a little more going on, but it's still.
Okay, so did you just paint the tops of all these capacitors? Is that what you did there?
I painted the tops of all the capacitors, a couple of the chips. I wouldn't do memory chips, actually, because you're going to want as much heat dissipation to get out of there as possible, so the heat sink's not going to work too well if you paint
don't paint the little fans on there. They'll gunk up.
No. All that stuff you got to either pull off or mask off very carefully.
Cool.
The type of paint is very important. A lot of people would take like a pearl, something like this, and ooh, it has that shiny. It's gonna under black light, it should really glow. It won't glow at all. Actually, it won't even glow as well as white paint would. You want to look for fluorescent paints or phosphorescence. The cool thing about phosphorescence is you can mix them with other fluorescent colors and make them phosphoresce, so they'll glow. Basically,
Nice.
So when you turn off your computer, maybe it'll stay glowing for about a few minutes.
Have you tried that edible body paint that they have?
I haven't tried the edible
I'm
body
serious.
paint.
They do have that stuff. You guys laugh, but that stuff's
it glows and everything. We got to give that a try.
I don't want to put in the case, but
yeah, one of the big tricks I've discovered the hard way actually is when you're painting like on these little guys right here and you're using the little phosphorescent paint. It's kind of hard to see what you're doing. If you paint underneath the black light, you can see as you're painting it, especially the phosphorescent paint. The fluorescence you can still see in the light, but the phosphorescence you can't see. Like those little guys there that are just glowing.
Yeah,
you can't see them unless
you
you
tell
have them
us
in
the
the black
story
light.
you told me earlier about how you destroyed your motherboard last night.
Yeah,
Yoshi makes mistakes too. He's not perfect.
Okay, the late night modding. I was actually doing my motherboard for this mod. I made a really cool vortex swirly thing with the airbrush. I kind of was getting a little tired, had a Coke in one hand, the motherboard sitting here in the airbrush, and nodded off and dumped the Coke on the motherboard on myself on the couch.
Oh. Was that rum and Coke, or was that just Coke?
We're going to go with Coke.
Okay.
That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
The reason we want to tell people that is you have to be careful here. You can actually damage your components. You can ruin like $150 motherboards or expensive
and it's not
video
just
cards.
by spilling Coke on there. You could accidentally paint the wrong thing, and you spray over your socket for your CPU, and you're done.
Yeah. Very cool stuff, though, Yosh. Thank you very much for bringing that on the show today.
Oh, thank you.
For more information on UV paint and how not to destroy your computer in the process, head on over to thescreensavers.com.
Now, if you're needing some fresh new freeware, shareware, or whatever, Major Geeks is definitely the place to check it out. Now, so head over to MajorGeeks.com. Now, they got tons of cool little things. Let me switch over to Windows XP here. Here we go. They have tons of utilities for optimizing your BIOS, registry cleaners, spyware, removal tools, you name it. They got it. Most are free. There are some that are shareware, like this one down here. One of them is, here it is, CyberGauge 6.0. That's $295 you can buy at the site. But there's free ones. There's ones that are $295. They just range in different prices. Take your choice, whatever. Coming up after the break, we're going to tell Jenny how you can post your photos from a cell phone on the web. Also, organize your digital pictures in this app with a free program. It's the download of the day coming up right after these messages. Can I have them?
Put the wrist down. You have a show to do. Now, Jenny joins us on the phone from here in San Francisco, California. Yeah.
Hey, Jenny.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay, so I just bought a camera phone.
All right.
Fun.
I bought the Nokia 3650. I'm loving it.
It's a
I've
good
been
phone.
going picture crazy. And I've noticed that you guys publish your camera phone pictures on the web.
Yes.
And I was wondering how I could do it, and moreover, like, what are my options?
She sounds like a very nice caller,
Yeah, she
doesn't
does. I'm sure
She's like
Dan was probably hitting on her earlier. Dan always does it
No,
all of our callers.
that would have been Ryan. Remember, Dan's not actually doing the work.
Do the work.
He's just with a beautiful face, you know. He's the go-between. Well, Ginny, we actually have, Kevin and I both do have camera phones, and we both use Text America. Here's both of our sites up right here. And as you can see, Text America, we both actually have customized templates for our photos.
Well, that's the cool thing,
for
though.
all of our photos.
We should explain what Text America is.
Let's do that.
TextAmerica.com is a website that you go to, and you create a new account. So you'll log in, you create a username and password.
Here's their homepage.
Yeah, and it's going to create yourname.textamerica.com. And once it's done that, they're going to give you a unique username and password email address that you will email your photos to from your phone.
Yes.
So that when you
which is not the same thing as the URL. It's
right.
just I do Sarah123@textamerica.com.
Right,
whatever
something like that. So, and then you'll send the photos, and then within minutes, normally it takes like 30 seconds or so.
I mean, yeah, no more than a minute.
Their servers will process that email, extract the photo, and then put it on your own personal site.
That's exactly right. And in the subject line, you can either from the phone or later, when you log in later, you can give it your photos names. You know, all of my pictures have captions. I just do that on the fly. But I can choose to log in later and delete or, you know, add things to certain pictures, message bot. You know, sometimes people write a little paragraph. This was on my vacation in Portugal.
Now, the cool thing about it is that it's completely free.
It's completely free.
And you can customize it.
And they're not, that we should say, they're not the only people doing this.
Right.
But in my experience, they're certainly the best.
Yeah, they're really good. They've really got it down as far as like being able to ban people if they're posting bad things on your site, and they have advanced templates customization. Like you can edit almost any aspect of your page as far as the HTML goes.
And we've kind of got to know some of the people there. Really good tech support. I mean, I think Text America is the way to go.
Another one I can tell you about, though, we always want to give people a couple different options. Typepad.com is another site that I use for my blog, for my main blog.
Same.
And they're a great little blogging service, and they also offer the same option where you can email the photos from your phone, and it will post it instantly online.
Now, I know in the past, what Typepad didn't have, that was the reason that I say with Text America, is they wouldn't, well, it wasn't just the comments, but they weren't allowing the thumbnail, and then it was either the
they have
big
the
picture.
thumbnails working now.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, it's the thumbnails on the side and the big picture. But the only problem with Typepad is they charge you a monthly fee. It's like $8.95.
True.
But you get a full-blown blog as well.
Yeah.
So, you know, check them both out. Typepad has a 30-day free trial, and Text America is completely free.
Text America is completely free.
Yeah.
So if you just got the phone, if you're not doing the blog, maybe that's the way to start.
Thanks for the call, though, Jenny.
Thanks, Jenny. Now, anybody not already familiar with Picasso's photo organizational software should really get familiar now, because Google bought the company, and it's very, very amazing software that is now completely free. Didn't used to be. This is what it looks like, Picasso. Did you ever play around with Picasso
I never
before?
played with this.
Now, I didn't really either, because it costs money. Although I did do, some time ago, a download of the day called Hello, which was a free add-on to Picasso. I didn't really talk too much about Picasso because I like to talk about free stuff, but now it's free and it's great. As of yesterday, I believe, is now that it's part of Google. So what I've done is I've just imported a bunch of photos. What's nice about Picasso is that when you say, let's just say I want to say file, import pictures. If I had a bunch of devices, for example, a camera, attached to my computer, it would say, I know what you're talking about, I know where pictures are. I don't have any right now, so it's just certain folders. But what it does is, even if I didn't tell Picasso where all my pictures were, it knows. It looks for certain file types, and it'll import everything for you. So, for example, this is all the stuff I got just by default. It took some of my desktops here, and a bunch of pictures of mine, just, you know, and of course sample pictures too, they get in there by accident. Now, once you're in the picture area, there's a lot of stuff that you can do. It's a real all-in-one kind of a thing. It's not just like your pictures are in a folder, and then you have to, you know, import them into Photoshop to make any changes, and then you got to put them on a website online to share with your friends. You can do it all
This looks like iPhoto. It looks a lot like the Apple side of things.
And it acts a lot like iPhoto as well. For example, if I just open up this picture, I can take out the red eye. Should there be red eyes, I would just, you know, let it know. Okay, well, whoops. I would get back in there and I'd say red eye, you know, we've got some red eyes here, you know, I would have the chance to modify that. And I can also crop the picture, I can enhance it, it'll say, it needs a little bit more contrast based on the stuff that it does. What's really nice here, I can print it, I can email it to someone, I can export it somewhere else, but I can also order prints. Now that's the thing that in the past has always been a little bit irritating about digital photos. If you don't have a real nice printer, if you want to send some pictures to people or just have some hard copies.
iPhoto the same way.
And you kind of...
Copycat Picasso.
That's fine. I mean, do you care that they're copying?
Kind of, yeah, a little bit.
Why? Why?
I don't know. You copy an Apple, blah, but okay, keep going.
If it works, you can
That's
tell.
right.
Yeah,
It's free.
What is it? Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
Very true.
Uh-huh. Now, so you can order prints here. It's all in one. You can also use, as I said, the Hello plugin. That is where you can actually, it's like a P2P network where you and I can be on at the same time, looking at pictures and chatting about it and saying, oh, you're looking at that one. Oh, wasn't that fun from our vacation? Stuff like that. So, you know, like I said, there's a lot of things that you can do with this. The nicest thing about it, though, is that it's all in one. Now, of course, let me go back to my albums here. Let's say I'm looking at this album. You know, I can do a slideshow. You know, so I'm looking at, oh, that was a ski trip from a couple years ago, and stuff like that. You know, this is all very built in. Prager and some friend of his at a bar. That was kind of weird. And, you know, stuff like that. So as you can see, I know.
Show the one of Marty and I. That was a fun night.
Oh, yeah. Now this, I don't know what was going on there.
That was fun.
I mean, you guys are looking cozy.
No. We were just out and about. You took the picture. We were just having a good time.
It was good. That was a fun night. There should be more of those nights in LA. But yeah, Picasa, it's free. There's just no reason you shouldn't download it because I know that you'll like it. It's a very clean, slick program. Has a lot of extra features. So for the link to download it for yourself, just visit Picasa.com. They have a little link on there now. It's part of Google. You know, Google is just has dipped its little feet in every arena in the entire world.
Excellent. Now stay where you are because up next we're going to go behind the scenes and talk to some of the people that make this show possible. It's all when the Screensavers continues.
Audience
we
today.
do indeed. Wow, they're going crazy.
They're almost menacing.
Yes.
It's like, whoa, they're happy.
What is Yoshi doing over there? He's finger painting.
Yoshi.
Yoshi, $20. Take your shirt off and just start painting yourself up. Right now.
I think they want to see you with that. I can put handprints.
No, I'm good. I'm good. We're in San Francisco, but I'm good. I am good. Now,
that joke never gets old, does it?
No, it doesn't. The audience loves it. Today is our last show here in San Francisco before we make our way down to LA for our new show September 7th.
That's right. But the show would not be possible without a lot of people. So we want to thank the people that helped get us here. Leo Laporte.
Oh, yeah. We spell that nitwit.
Kay Botello, Megan Maroney, Jessica Corbin, Kat Schwartz, Morgan Webb, Roger Chang, Martin Sargent. Did I miss anybody?
There's a few others, but I don't remember.
Well, those people weren't quite as important. No. I'm just kidding. No. Everybody else was on air with us for the last 8 years. Bertrand Roy, a lot of the guests that have been regulars that have really enriched our lives and yours. I know that.
But I have to tell you, none of this would be possible. I'm dead serious when I say this. If it wasn't for the crew behind the scenes.
Absolutely.
And they actually made this show possible. It really does make me sad to say some of them are staying here, and we're definitely going to miss them because they're like family to us.
Well, you know, and
son of a bitch, gun. You thought I was going to say son of a bitch, didn't you?
now Ray Vaughn goes crazy. So
what did he say?
Let's walk around.
And the thing is that, you know, it's important to remember the crew is, you know, often not seen.
Yes.
You know, often not thanked. And, you know, it can be a job where no one sees it, they're not sure. Well, we try to thank them as much as possible, but you know what I mean? I mean, it's hard, sometimes it's hard to remember that there's a good 20 people that are working their tushes off to make us look as good as possible, and that is not easy.
So let's walk around and say hi to everybody.
All right.
Sounds good. First one, Steve Porter. We got to say hi to Steve. Steve's our floor director. You've been here before I was ever here, and I have to thank you so much for all your words of advice throughout the years. I mean, I'm serious. He's really helped me out so much.
Well,
thanks,
pleasure.
Steve. Appreciate it.
It's been a great ride.
We got T over here. Hey, T. T, of course, always on the jib, behind the scenes, helping us out, always on the cameras. You make us look so good. I really want to thank you for all your help.
Pleasure.
Thanks so much, T. Josh Vegas, calming me down with our handshake every single day. Can't meet.
Yeah, it's been a good time.
Thanks so much, man. I appreciate it. Fatty Matty is famous. You have your own Moblog. You have a huge behind-the-scenes presence.
Yeah.
Everybody knows who you are. Say hi, everybody, Fatty.
Hey, everybody.
Fatty Matty, gotta love him. We got a ton of people in the back, too. Let's keep making our way back here. We gotta say hi to Deb real quick.
Don't forget Bill.
Oh, Bill. There's Bill in the back. Let's say hi to Bill real quick. There's Bill. He's hanging out, hiding out in the back. Yeah, Bill's a makeup artist for us. Thanks so much, Bill. And Deb, we have right here. Hi, Deb. How you doing? Oh, thank you so much.
Great time.
She's been behind the scenes helping us out in audio. Call for help. You're always all over the place helping us out. Thanks so much. And let's head into the control room. Let's go back here. See, all the way back in the control room. This is behind the scenes action. Whoa, lots of people in here. Lots of people in here.
People
Look
that don't even work here.
Keith Harrison right there. This is the man that helped me do the broken. Yes. Put your CG in. Keith handles all the cameras. Nice. When he pushes the button, that's what makes the cameras take the different. You are the man behind the scenes. And, of course, we have Genji here. Genji, say hi. Hey, everybody. Genji's our director. Nice. Genji's up there. So but we have so many people behind the scenes here that have really helped us out. Scott, of course, our line producer here. Scott, you have to say hi. We got Brett in the corner. Brett does our CG work there. There's Brett. So put your little tile up there. So I just wanted to say hi to everybody here, and thanks so much for helping us out. We got interns running the prompter, which is awesome. And Rob Darcy on camera. Gotta say hi to yourself, Rob. Gotta love Rob. There's your comedy. Rob, thanks so much, dude. Give me a hug, Rob. Give me a hug, Rob. Thanks so much. So, Sarah, are you back out there?
I am, yes. What do you want to do at this point?
I think we should do a quick email or two if we have time.
A quick email. All right. Can you hear me? A real quick one. This one's from...
Are we going to have time? I think we're going to have to say goodbye.
All right. Well,
we want to thank all of our crew, though. Seriously.
We really do.
Thank you to everyone behind the scenes.
I'm Sarah Lane. This is
I'm
Kevin Rose. We'd like to thank our guest, Richard Panic. Remember, the all-new Screensavers will debut on Tuesday, September 7th.
We're excited.
Mark your calendars.
Mark your calendars.
For now.
Bye, everybody.
Okay. Bye-bye. Okay, bye-bye. Okay. Thanks.
From Software.
No prison can hold Cobra!
Is there a prison big enough, strong enough to hold the Cobra Commander? He's the enemy. He's escaping! He's the enemy of G.I. Joe! G.I. Joe! American hero! Fighting Cobra and Destro!
Our new team is ready, Commander.
No, Destro, not quite.
What does Cobra Commander mean? Find out in the further adventures of G.I. Joe from Marvel Comics.
Johnny, you can't do this to me, man. Who am I gonna play Counter-Strike with, huh? I can't take the bridge without you. You don't need me, man. I've been running on your fumes for years. Take my memory card. Watch out for level 3. Johnny? No! G4!
64 謎もある仕掛けもある今度はちょっと頭も使う任天堂ドンキーコング64メモリー拡張パックとセットで登場ドンキーコング
I can tell you the secret to younger looking skin. Soy.
Only Aveeno has discovered a way to unlock soy's true potential to fight fine lines and wrinkles naturally. Introducing Positively Radiant Anti-Wrinkle Cream. With an exclusive soy vitamin complex, it's clinically proven to go beyond moisturizing to smooth wrinkles while it evens tone.
For younger looking skin naturally, the secret's out.
Positively Radiant Anti-Wrinkle Cream. Discover nature's secret for youthful, radiant skin. Only from Aveeno, the leader in active naturals.
Hi, I'm Jay Smith, creator of Vectrex. Do you know your exercise? Do you know your history? G4TV for gamers.
Army.
New pretenders are here. Autobot pretenders look human, but
Pretenders hide the Transformers inside.
pretenders split apart to reveal a powerful robot inside, then reassemble to fight alongside their transformable robot. But Decepticons have pretenders too.
Pretender Transformers, they've got the power to surprise.
Be contemplating any evil deeds, or some super dude from one of your favorite comic book games might break his foot off in your butt. Oh yeah, it's up next on Filter. Welcome to Filter, a great tasting, less filling weekly survey of the best in games, gadgets, movies, and music. I'm Diane Mizoda, and this week we celebrate the 36th annual Comic-Con International with a survey of your favorite comic book games. So zip up that crime-fighting elastic tummy trimmer and join us as we kick off our countdown. Excelsior! Oh no, please tell me it's not Superman 64. Actually, it's your list of the top 10 web-slinging, shield-throwing, good-deed-doing comic book games.
I think what makes a good comic book game is the ability to free roam in the environments.
You have to have good gameplay first and foremost above everything else.
I think it would be nice if they would use one of the comic book storylines for once instead of merging their own.
These moments are coming to life, Claude.
That's impossible. The other Superman game they had for N64, that was a tanker.
You don't need tights to enjoy these geek-out games, but you don't get to kiss Kirsten Dunst either. At number 10 is the classic Spider-Man for the Super NES. Finally! Props to the old school!
Spider-Man was one of the first games for comic books that wasn't god-awful.
You know who else is a big Spider-Man fan? Freddie Prinze Jr. That's some cool company you run with. Throw back to Double Dragon, baby! Your pick for number 9 is the side-scrolling beat-em-up arcade classic Captain America and the Avengers.
You're on this big screen, and you had four joysticks for the 4 characters, and it was a lot of fun. And sure, the graphics were very cartoony, but that's what people were used to.
Captain America and I have so much in common. I'm a genetically modified superhost. Spidey's back with his old buddy Venom because Carnage is on the loose. Your number 8 pick is Spider-Man and Venom Maximum Carnage. Hope you kept your diapers on.
It was kind of one of those things where people were able to control Spider-Man and really feel like they were a part of the comic.
It's a Spidey-heavy countdown this week, all bowed to the power of Freddie Prinze Jr. I'm so glad it was pure-hearted Peter Parker who got bitten by that radioactive spider and not, say, Saddam Hussein or Kim Jong-il. Megalomaniacal plots for world domination aside, I just do not want to see either one of those clowns in a unitard. But enough politics. There's still some stuff you haven't bought yet. Here's what's new in stores and on screen this week. Dude, why are they doing this to me? The first Bad News Bears was such a classic movie. So if you're up for $9 of disappointment, then check out the Bad News Bears remake starring Billy Bob Thornton in theaters Friday.
I know it stings a little bit, but that's worth it. Okay, here it comes. It's all right, kid. You had a helmet on. Imagine if you didn't.
Yo, let's some up! Okay, I'm really not that mad, but don't push me because I might have to blast a fool. The Anger Management Tour featuring Eminem and 50 Cent busts a cap in the following cities this week. July 28th at Smirnoff Music Center in Dallas, Texas, and July 29th at the Verizon Wireless Amphitheater in Selma, Texas. What happens when you give a kid with ADD too much Jolt Cola? He grows up to be professional stand-up comic Claude Stewart. Claude's brand new DVD, Claude Gone Wild, is out this week. Check out ClaudeStewart.com for ordering information and upcoming club dates.
I drive a crappy car. Right? The only thing worse about getting carjacked is having to explain to your jacker how to operate your piece of shit.
ブルーサイドに回った後スタートを切る